Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tamia Nicole, and thank you for clicking on this video. Now today's video is going to be a little different from what I usually post on my page. It's going to have to do with college, but it has to do more so with a certain major. So if you're a psychology major, or if you just want to watch this video and you're interested in becoming a psychology major, then just keep watching this video, and yeah, let's just get right into it. Video in a tips and facts style. So first I'm going to start off with telling you guys 5 tips of being a psychology major, and then I'm going to switch over to 5 facts of being a psychology major. This is me just giving you guys a little advice and kind of doing away with some of the myths that go along with this type of majors, because there's a lot of them. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the first tip. The first tip is not really just for psychology majors, is for a lot of majors. Go ahead and take your gen ed and your entry-level courses earlier, so that way you can go ahead and take the courses that you really want to take. If you don't take these gen ed courses first, or if you don't take your entry-level courses, sometimes you won't be able to take a certain level class because it had a prerequisite that you did not take. So yeah, that's my first tip. It's really obvious that you should just go ahead and take these 100 level courses. So yeah, that's my first. My second tip is to get involved with your research lab or a research lab at your university. You can do this by talking to your teachers, your professors, emailing them, see if they need any volunteering or any help in their lab. So this way you can have research experience, and when you get out of school, you can already have 2 to 3 years of experience, and you will have a better chance at getting a job after college. My third tip is go ahead and plan your semester ahead of time. I'm definitely a planner. I like to plan my whole weeks and months out, especially if I know I have to do something. So that's just a good way of knowing that you have all your classes lined up and all of your required courses that you have to take right there. So when you go to an advising session, you can make it so much easier to just go ahead and talk and fill in what you guys need to fill in. So yeah, that is my third tip. My fourth tip is don't take a lot of difficult, or don't take a lot of psych classes at once. When I say at once, I mean in one semester. I usually take 5 classes a semester. Last semester I had 6, but one of them was a 1 credit. So I usually take 5 classes to have 15 credits a semester, and I definitely would not want all of my classes to be psych classes. That's like a headache waiting to happen. Psychology is very interconnected, so a lot of things go with each other, and I couldn't even think of the confusion that I would have coming from one class and going to another, having to do homework. And I'm just like, well, what class did I learn this in? Because some of this stuff is the same. So you just really need to kind of mix those like psych classes with other classes you may need, such as your gen ed classes, or like, science, your social studies, all of that stuff. So yeah, that is a tip for you. Because my 5th and final tip is to find ways to maintain your interest in the psychology field and find a topic that resonates with you. Psychology is definitely one of those majors where it has a broad list of things that you can study and do research on and work in, a lot of fields of interest. So you have to go through and see what you like. Do you like forensics? Do you like clinical? Do you like industrial and organization? There's just so many things that you can do in psychology. I'm actually going through a phase where I don't know if I want to work with adults or children. I feel like I'm leaning more towards children, but I want to intern somewhere where there are children so I can see if that's where I want to go in life, because working with children can get a little, out of hand, and maybe that isn't for me, so I just want to try it out. But yeah, that's just something that I'm going through. So, and I'm pretty sure you guys will go through phases where you're like, I want to do this, but no, I want to do this. Well, psychology is so broad that you can literally just switch what you want to do and like start doing it. So yeah, that's my final tip to you guys. And now we move on to the facts of psychology. The first fact of psychology is It is hard to get a job after college for everyone. Do not let anybody tell you, oh, you went to school for psychology, well, it's going to be hard finding a job. It's going to be hard doing this, this, and that. It's going to be hard for everybody, especially if you live in a big town and there's so many, psychology graduates and there's, a lot of competition for a job. So do not let anybody tell you that you cannot find a job after college. You can. It might be a little hard, but don't worry. It's hard for everybody. You will find a job, I promise you. And yeah, don't let anybody discourage you. Do what you want to do. Number 2, this is a fact. No, psychology majors do not know what you are thinking. Yes, we do study the human mind and how it affects behaviors, but no, we do not know what you are thinking. Now we can look at other external, things that's going on with you and kind of try to think about how you're feeling and, try to guess and all that stuff. But literally, we don't know what your thoughts are. We don't know how you're feeling at a certain time. If you're good at, hiding stuff. I'm just tired of hearing this, okay? No, not a mind reader. I'm not a psychic. If I was, I'll be getting paid, okay? The third fact, at least for me, and this is what I think, with a psychology degree, whether it's in the Bachelor of Arts or you have a Bachelor of Science, then either way, I feel like you can work anywhere. Let me elaborate. When I say anywhere, I mean psychology could be social, it could be clinical, you could work in a research lab, you could work at a school, you could work at a hospital, you could work in an office. It just doesn't stop with psychology. It's so broad, you can literally work anywhere. Like in my mind right now, there's nowhere that you cannot work with a psychology degree. Now, when people say psychology degree and they're going to school for psychology, that does not mean they're going to school to be a psychiatrist. That's what automatically pops in people's mind. And there's so many other things that you can do. You can work with kids with autism, people with mental illnesses. You could work in a hospital setting. You could work as a counselor at a school. So there's so many things that you can do. For me, I did start off in high school wanting to be a psychiatrist or with less schooling, a psychologist. But as I got older, I understood that you have to go to school for a very long time for that, and I'm not sure if that's what I want to do right now. So yes, I love working with kids and I like being around kids. So who knows, maybe I'll work with kids with behavior problems. It's just so many things that you can do. And I don't want you guys to limit yourself to just a counselor or just a psychiatrist or a psychologist, because there's so many other jobs that you guys can, fill. So yeah. The fourth fact is, even though going to graduate school is recommended for psychology majors, it is not necessary. Again, you can work anywhere. I'm going to get my bachelor's in science in 2021. Yeah, 2021. And I do not plan on going to graduate school directly after undergraduate school because I'm already in a lot of debt. So I don't want to go to graduate school and be in more debt right now and it's just piling on and I don't have a job. So I think what I want to do is actually try to find a decent job, get my life together a little bit, and then consider going to graduate school. And I feel like it's going to happen. It's just not going to happen right now. But if you do not want to go to graduate school at all and you just want to get your bachelor's in psychology, that it's okay. There's plenty of jobs you can work at. A lot of people say, oh, you have to go to graduate school to do this, this, and this. It depends really on your career choice, but there's a lot of jobs that you can get with just a bachelor's. So yeah, do not let anybody tell you like you have to go to graduate school, because you don't. And my fifth fact is the amount of money you make depends on your career or your field choice, field of work. Again, there's a stigma around psychology graduates that we do not make a lot of money, and although that may be true for some of us, like if you love your job, that's all that matters. I would rather be living comfortably and liking my job rather than hating my job and making a lot of money, because that's just the way I am. If you're a person that focuses on wealth more than happiness, or wealth, more than how much you like your job, then maybe going to graduate school or, you know, trying to work your way up at a job is, you know, the thing for you to do. But honestly, I know in my heart like what I want to do or my field of interest that I would like to work in, and it doesn't make a great amount of money, but it doesn't make a small amount of money. Again, I have no kids, I have nobody to take care of except myself, so there you go. I only need to make a certain amount to take care of myself. It just depends on you. What do you want to do? Again, there's so many choices. There's so many different salaries and types of jobs. You don't have to go to school all the time. Sometimes you can work your way up at a job and, you know, start making more money. And that's not just with psychology. That's with a lot of other majors. There's a lot of other majors that make way less than psychology graduates. So do not get discouraged. If psychology is what you are really interested in, then you cannot make yourself interested in anything else. If psychology is what you want to go to school for, you cannot switch over and be like, hey, I'm going to go to school for biology or, you know, whatever. Do what you want to do. Do what interests you, because if you're not interested and the passion isn't there, then I feel like there's no need. Psychology is all about helping people become better, you know, just helping people. That's literally what psychology is. So if you don't have a passion to help people, then I would not recommend going into this field. Psychology is sometimes very passionate and very hard. You have to carry other people's burdens, especially if you want to go into something like counseling or become a psychiatrist, and you have to hear about other people's problems. If you want to become a child psychologist and you know, want to hear about what's going on in a child's home, sometimes you have to go home yourself with all of these people's burdens, and that can be very hard. So if you're not a strong person emotionally, I would not recommend doing something like that. Okay guys, this is the end of this video. Go ahead and click the like button. Tell me what you guys think. If you have any psychology major questions or just questions in general, just go ahead and comment down below. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and watch my other videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.